Hello, hello, hello. Welcome once again to Live, Love, Laugh with me, Kaka. Hope you have been having a good time. Hope you have been having a good week, and happy weekend to everyone out there. Let us have a good weekend. Let us enjoy ourselves. And while we're enjoying ourselves, I thought I'd come with this very important aspect in life that many of us tend to neglect, or many of us tend not to know the reason why it happens the way it does. And what is that? Before we get into that, I want to ask you this question. Are you happy? Are you truly happy? Wherever you are, in whatever you're doing, are you happy? Are you truly happy? So I'm here today for us to talk about that. What causes us not to be happy, and the key I find to happiness. So what causes us most of the times not to be happy? When you are not happy, it is important to ask yourself, why am I not happy? What is the reason for my unhappiness? Happiness is a spice to life. We all know that. If you don't know it today. Happiness is a spice to life. But if you don't have the happiness, then you are losing a very important spice to your life. So, when happiness is concerned, or as much as we want to look at this topic, happiness, there is true happiness and there is superficial happiness. True happiness is that happiness that comes from within. Superficial happiness is that kind of happiness that is brought, or you bring it into you. So superficial happiness, you bring it to you. True happiness comes from within. So I want us to first of all look at some of the things that we mustn't do if we are looking for true happiness. So what are the things that we mustn't do if we're looking for true happiness? Please listen to me real good. If you are looking for true happiness, don't look for it in your relationship. Yes, that is what I just said. Don't look for true happiness in your relationships. Whatever kind of relationship you are in, whether it is in a marriage relationship, whether it is in a courtship, whether it is in friendship, whatever kind of relationship it is, whether it's in a mother to child relationship or husband to wife, whatever kind of relationship we are in, please do not find your happiness, do not look for your happiness in that relationship. Yes, I just said that. Do not look for your relationship in your do not look for happiness rather in your relationship with people. People have the tendency to fail. You know, there's a saying that man can fail you, but God can never fail you. That statement is accurate to the very T of it. Don't look for your happiness in your relationship. There are many of us who look for our source, or our source of happiness is our relationship. No, you are doing it wrong. Don't look for your happiness in your relationship, whether it is in your marriage. I've realized, and after speaking to so many people, I've come to realize that there are many people, particularly women, who are looking for happiness in their marriages. They are looking for happiness from their spouse. They are looking for happiness from their children. No, happiness comes from within. From within you. That is where true happiness comes from. Yes, your husband can do something that you will not believe that is your husband. Your wife may do something that you will not believe that is your wife. Same goes to your children. Same goes to your parents. Same goes to your siblings. But when true happiness comes from within, then regardless of what your husband does, regardless of what these people in these different relationships that you are in, regardless of what they do, you remain happy. Yes, you remain happy. There are many wives who find happiness in their marriage. If a marriage must give you happiness, it should just add to what it is that you already have in you. If marriage must give you happiness, it should add to what you have already in you. Because, lo and behold, no one ever loves to get into a marriage and step out. But if you ask people who got into marriage and they've stepped out, they will tell you that if only they had not depended on their marriages for their happiness, they will still be in it. Yes, happiness from within will help you to go through your marriage successfully. Happiness from within will help you to go through your relationship with your children successfully. Happiness from within will help you to go through your relationship with your friends successfully. Let your friends not validate you. Your friends should not validate your life. Meaning that it shouldn't be because of your friends that you find happiness in life. It shouldn't be because of your husband or your wife that you find happiness in life. Your happiness should not rely on the relationships that you've created in your life. It should come from within. Yes, true happiness comes from within. And I will be mentioning how does true happiness come from within. The key to finding true happiness, the key to finding happiness from within you. True happiness is the spice to life. Until it comes from within you, then you are missing up on a very, very important aspect in life. Your job should not give you true happiness. If you are out there claiming that your job brings you true happiness, that is not true. Your job can never give you true happiness if there is no true happiness coming from within you. Your job should only add on the happiness that comes from within you. Your job should only add to that. Your worth should only add to that happiness that comes from within you. Because why? Your worth can disappear tomorrow. Your job can disappear tomorrow. Meaning, if your job disappears or your worth disappears, then your happiness disappears. So our happiness should not be based on our worth or the things that we acquire in life. If you want to live long, if you want to live happy, your happiness should not depend on the things that you acquire in life. It should not depend on them. It should not depend on your relationships. It should come from within. Yes, true happiness comes from within. And for me, I'm very thankful that I found a place of happiness from within me. And there is nothing that can happen in my relationship with people that can cause me to lose my true happiness, because it comes from within me. That is what I want you who is watching me today to take from this message that I'm giving. True happiness should not depend on your relationships. It should not depend on your worth. It should not depend on the things that you acquire in this life, because these things can disappear. These things can be taken away. What then happens to you? Like, it is no secret, if you watch my previous episode, which I talked about purpose, I love talking to women because I have a burden for women. I have a burden to see women become who they were created to be. And I believe most women are losing their true happiness. They are losing their true essence to the relationships that they are in. Let your relationship not define. Don't let your relationship define your happiness. Don't let your relationship be the source of your happiness. Don't let the things that you have acquired in this life be the source of your happiness, because you'll be setting yourself up for total disaster. To be happy is a good thing. To be happy, everything goes well when you are happy. Everything goes well when you are happy. But if your happiness depends on the things around you, then What you have is temporal happiness. What you have is temporal happiness. I can say this until tomorrow. I can say this until tomorrow. Please, women in particular, don't let your marriage determine your happiness. Don't let your marriage determine your happiness. Don't let your children be the source of your happiness. Don't talk. Many women will say, hey, I'm in this marriage because it's only my children who give me happiness. No, that is a wrong statement. I'm in this marriage just because my children are the ones who are keeping me happy. No. Your children should not be the ones giving you true happiness. They should only add on your happiness. They should only add on your happiness. Please. Don't let the things that are around you, there are people who claim they find happiness in their wealth, in things as little as their possession, in things as little as their cloth, their piece of clothing, piece of jewelry, shoe. I am here, please, this day to tell us, to encourage us that please don't let your happiness be dependent on the things that you acquire in life, because those things are temporal. Those things are temporal. Let your happiness be anchored to the things that are permanent in life. Your happiness should be anchored to the things that are permanent in life. So, what are some of the keys that can lead to happiness? What are some of the things that you must know that can help you to live a happy life from within you? Knowing who you are is very important. If you must live a permanent, or if you must live a true life of happiness, knowing who you are. Who are you? And this ties directly to finding your purpose. This ties directly to knowing the reason why you are here. When you find the reason why you are here, then you are truly happy. Then you truly find happiness. Knowing who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Are you only known as Mrs.? Out of Mrs., who are you? Out of mother, who are you? Out of sister, who are you? Out of friend, who are you? Who are you? You must know who you are. Because when you know who you are, there is this confidence that you gain that nothing can take it away. So being happy leads you to an overflowing confidence. When you are confident, you are happy. When you are happy, you find confidence. So, knowing who you are leads to true happiness. Knowing who you are. Who are you? Beyond what you are, beyond what the world knows you to be. Who are you truly? If you are not a mother, if you are not a wife, if you are not a sibling, if you are not a friend, who are you? So when you know who you are, then it brings that happiness from within. Be the creator of your own happiness. Outsource it from within you. While you are creating your happiness, it should be dependent on that which you are, who you are, that which you were created to be, that which brings you into existence, that which you were born to do. You were born to do. What is it? When you find out that thing you were born to do, you are truly happy. You find true happiness. That is why I want to encourage us today. Everything is dependent on finding the reason for your existence. Everything is dependent on that. Finding the reasons for your existence. In my life, I'm a very, very happy person. There is nothing that can take away my happiness. There is no situation, there is no circumstance that can take away my happiness. Situations may temporarily bring me to a place of sadness, but from within, I have that thing that when I think about, it brings me happiness. And what is that? That is my purpose. That is the reason why I'm here. When I think of the reason why I'm here, I can't help but be happy. I can't help but rejoice. That is what I want for each and every one of you who is watching me today. Find your happiness from within you. It will give you encouragement. It will give you joy. It will give you a reason to live and to fly. It will give you a reason to just be happy at all times. It gives you a sense of confidence. Confidence that those around you will be wondering but why is this lady so confident? Why is this young man so confident? Why is this man so confident? The secret of it is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are beyond your relationships, beyond your possessions, beyond your wealth. Because these things are temporary. These things, they give only but temporal happiness. Yes. So being happy in life is a spice. Being happy in life is a spice. And it is my desire that each and every one of us, you who is watching me today, it is my desire that you will live in true happiness. You will live. There are many relationships that have crumbled because one of the persons in the relationship was dependent on the other for their happiness, regardless of the kind of relationship that it is. Regardless of the kind of relationship that it is, your happiness should not be dependent on the person with whom you are in a relationship with. It should come from within you. Knowing who you are. Knowing who you are will give you a sense of true happiness. Yes. So, haven't spoken about this. I'm hoping that each and every one of us, you who is watching me today, you will evaluate yourself, you will search from within and ask yourself these questions. Where does my happiness come from? Does it come from the fact that I'm married? There are some people who they say that if I'm married, then I will truly be happy. No, that is not true, friend. That is not true. Because when you get into marriage, there are many things that if you don't have happiness from within, they can cause you to go into a state of depression. So, but if your happiness comes from within you, if you find it from within you, from the reason why you are here, it will give you confidence. It will give you the ability to move through your challenges in any relationship that you find yourself. It will give you the ability to continue living even when the things that you are dependent on may not longer be there. What makes you happy? Think about it. And if it's not the right thing, if it's not the right reason, please make changes and find your happiness from within. So with that, I say thank you for watching my program this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for doing the assignment that you'll be taking away from this particular show this afternoon. God bless you, and bye-bye from me.